Hidden deep within every living cell lies a remarkable molecule, a microscopic code that tells the story of life itself. This molecule is DNA, short for deoxyribonucleic acid, and it is arguably the most important chemical structure known to biology. Without it, life as we know it would not exist. DNA is not just a scientific term, it is the blueprint, the architect, and the storyteller of all living beings. At its core, DNA is a long, spiraling chain, a double helix made up of 4 basic building blocks called nucleotides, known by their initials: A. Adenine, T. Thymine, C. Cytosine, and G. Guanine. These letters pair off in precise ways. A always pairs with T, and C with G. The sequence of these letters forms the language of life, spelling out instructions to build proteins, the molecules that do most of the work in our bodies. Every cell in your body, from the ones in your brain to those in your skin, contains a complete set of DNA over 3 billion letters long. And yet, this entire code fits inside a cell nucleus so small it's invisible to the naked eye. Think about that for a moment. Instructions for creating a human being, encoded in a molecular script, tucked inside something 1,000 times thinner than a strand of hair. DNA's role goes beyond construction. It stores the past and predicts the future. It tells cells when to grow, how to repair themselves, and when to die. It carries genetic heritage, linking us to generations past and to the wider tree of life on Earth. The DNA in a human is not all that different from that of a chimpanzee, a mouse, or even a tree, a quiet reminder of the shared ancestry among all living things. But DNA isn't perfect. It mutates. Sometimes these changes are harmless, sometimes they lead to disease or evolution. These mutations are nature's edits, accidental, but sometimes miraculous, responsible for both genetic disorders and the incredible diversity of life on this planet. In recent decades, humanity has learned to read, edit, and even rewrite DNA. Projects like the Human Genome Project have decoded the entire human DNA sequence. Scientists can now use tools like CRISPR to modify genes, potentially curing genetic diseases, a leap that borders on science fiction. Yet, for all its complexity, DNA is ultimately a story. Your story. It's the silent symphony playing in every cell, the book of instructions written in molecular ink, passed down from your ancestors, and guiding your future. DNA is not just a molecule, it's the code of life, and it binds us all together in the most literal and poetic sense.